At the start of COVID, people didn't know what to do with their newfound time, and a lot of people played Minecraft again. Many people returned to the game after a long time, but then dropped it again whenever life started up. So, let's go through and see what we missed in the updates since COVID.
The Nether update brought some significant changes to Minecraft, adding new biomes, mobs, blocks, and more to explore. First, there's the Basalt deltas, a rugged landscape filled with towering basalt columns and magma blocks. It's a challenging area to navigate, but has a unique and eerie vibe. Next, we have the Warped Forest, a calmer bluish area with warped gnome and warped fungi, known for being a bit safer as Endermen are the only mobs there. Then, the Crimson Forest is a dense forest filled with Crimson crimson fungi, and the menacing hoglins. Lastly, the Soul Sand Valley is filled with soul sand and soul soil, blue flames, and lots of skeletons, creating a haunting atmosphere. Hoglins are aggressive beasts in the Crimson Forest, offering a new source of meat. Pilgrims, on the other hand, can be hostile unless wearing gold armor, and they'll even trade items if you give them gold ingots. Striders are passive mobs that walk on lava, making them a great way to cross large lava lakes in the Nether. Finally, we have goblins, which are zombified goblins that become even more aggressive when brought to the overworld. Netherite is a major addition, a step up from diamond, offering even more durability and strength, and it's found in ancient debris in the Nether. The lodestone helps navigation by allowing compasses to work in the Nether, while the respawn anchor gives you a way to set a respawn point in the Nether itself. There's also the target block, which emits a redstone signal when hit by projectiles, adding more functionality for redstone contraptions. Lastly, the update added vast environments, which are a massive structure in the Nether filled with piglins or treasure. They offer both a challenge and a great rewards for those brave enough to explore them. With all these changes, the Nether has become more than just a dangerous place. It's now full of new experiences, treasures, and challenges.
Hello, it is now my turn to show off the Caves and Cliffs update. To start off, you can see that the whole world gets significantly taller as well as significantly shorter, or deeper. In fact, it goes to Y 320 and Y negative 64 now. Another thing that was added was these amethyst geodes and amethyst clusters. You can find them underground and they're filled with just different amethysts that can be used to make different things like tinted glass and spyglasses. Another exciting thing that was added was copper, which comes in these ores, and much like iron, you can smelt down to make ingots. And they, as you can see, oxidize when exposed to air, which is why there's so many different kinds, as well as you can make lightning rods with them, which will catch lightning. Another thing that was added in this update were goats and axolotls. Goats can be found typically on mountains, and they'll try to ram you off, whereas axolotls will be found in lush caves, which I'll cover soon, and can come in many different colors. They also help with just underwater battles, and you can pick them up in a bucket. Okay, the last topic I'm going to cover is these lush caves and dripstone caves. Lush caves are, of course, where you find axolotls, and I think they look very beautiful. And these are the dripstone caves, which contain dripstone and create more of like a spooky atmosphere, as well as more of a cave aesthetic. Overall, I think this update added a lot. It's unfortunate that the Ancient City and Warden weren't added in this update, but there's still a much needed update that expanded a lot to Minecraft. Thank you, and on to the next person.
Okay, so this is one of the new biomes. It's called the Ancient City. It's super cool. It's underground and hidden in one of the deep dark areas in your world. So it has all the same stuff the Deep Dark does, with like the Skulk Catalyst, where when you kill mobs next to them, then they'll die, turn into the Skulk, which you can break for XP. And it also has like all the Shriekers. I think there's some down here, just the sensors. There's a Shrieker. So a Warden will be able to spawn in here and attack you if you make too much noise. And then there's also some chests in here that have like some really good stuff in them. Like this one right here. Let's see. Yeah, so there's like diamond stuff with enchanting books, just some other assortments of stuff. They're super cool. I really like the new cities. They also have some really cool architecture. Like that kind of looks like a warden head a little bit. Now we'll head over to the mangroves and see what those look like. Alright, and then this is the mangroves. It's a pretty cool biome. It's got these super awesome mangrove trees with their roots going into the water. It also has a new type of plank associated with those trees, which is kind of like a darker red, which I think is awesome. It's also got frogs here, which have 3 different types of colors they can be depending on what biome they're in. These ones are white because it's more tropical, where normal ones are orangish, with the ones in like snow biomes being darker greens. You also have like this egg spawn, which is what they would normally be as. And then there's a couple other cool fish. Those were in other updates though. But yeah, and then you also have these mud blocks that can turn into mud bricks, which are really cool. Just an extra building block that you're able to use to make some really cool builds. Overall, I think I would give this update a 8 out of 10, mostly because of the frogs. I just love the frogs a ton.
Trails and Tales. There's a new biome, cherry groves. They're pretty, but have been in mods for a decade now. But the cherry wood and leaves and flowers are nice for making cute little cottages. Sniffers sniff. They smell submerged seeds and shards from under the soil. Wolf armor is a thing now, which is cool, I guess. There's also the new bamboo wood type. Camels are cool. They're slow, but can fit 2 players, and most mobs can't attack you while riding it. They also have this weird dash thing, but I don't know. And then there's armor trims. Each armor trim is made with a smithing template. Templates spawn in specific locations as loot chests. There's the Sentry, the Vex, the Wild, the Coast, the Dune, the Wayfinder, the Razor, the Shaper, the Host, the Ward, the Silence, the Tide, the Snout, the Rib, the Eye, and the Spire. There's also Trail Ruins. It's an underground structure. Sometimes it'll poke out like this. In it, you can find suspicious gravel, and if you brush the suspicious gravel, you get pottery shards and some armor trims. Sometimes. Pottery! There's pots. This update wasn't super well received, but I kind of like it. It adds a bunch of random but interesting and nice additions to the game. 7 out of 10.
The newest Minecraft update, Tricky Trials. The new Trials chamber structure is the major addition in this update. It's an underground chamber filled with the new trial spawners. These spawners only spawn a certain number of mobs at a time, and once you kill all the mobs, the trial spawner enters a cooldown phase, and it starts ejecting loot from the top. One of the items that can be found is the trial key, which is used to open the new vaults found in the chambers. These vaults have a chance to drop good loot like enchantment books, enchanted armor, golden apples, and more. They also added a ominous potion, which gives you the bad omen effect. And if you enter the range of a trial spawner with this effect, the bad omen effect is replaced with trial omen, and this starts an ominous trial. This makes all the trial spawners ominous, making them spawn more mobs equipped with armor. Unless the mob can't wear armor, in that case, the spawner spawns double the number of mobs it originally spawned. They added a new weapon called the Mace. It has a special smash attack, causing extra damage if you attack after falling more than 1.5 blocks. It comes with 3 new enchantments: Breach, which reduces the effectiveness of armor; Density, which increases damage dealt per block fallen; and Wind Burst, which creates a wind charge upon executing a smash attack. This one is cool, cause you can keep bouncing on top of your enemy like a trampoline. There are 2 new mobs, the Breeze, it shoots wind bursts, and the Bogged, a swamp skeleton, it shoots poisoned arrows. There are 20 new paintings. I'd give this update a 9 out of 10. You can see the effort put into the new Trials chambers. And that wraps up our look at the Minecraft updates since 2020. We've covered the game-changing Nether update, the new breathtaking caves and cliffs, the new Warden in the Wild update, the Trails and Tales update with archaeology, camels, and cherry blossoms, and the Tricky Trials update with the new Trials chamber. Each update brought something fresh and exciting to the game to keep us playing. Thanks for sticking around, and who knows what new features await in the next update. Until next time, peace.